Yeah, yes, sir. My screen is visible, sir.
Yes, it is visible. You can start.
Okay, okay, thank you, sir. So, hello, good afternoon, respected sir, and my all dear friends. Today, we all are present our paper number 104, Literature of Victorian, and today my topic is education system in Charles Dickens' hard time. So, first we see that key objectives, that timeline of education system, then Victorian class, then method and subject, and Mr. Thomas Gradgrind, and last Gradgrind's thinking. So first we see that timeline of education system in a, so first late 18th century Sunday schools provided for basic learning. Then after 1833 Factory Act coming soon, that restriction of children's employment in factories and support for schooling. After 1870, next Education Act first was applied by government, that establishment of a system of schools. Then last 1880 Education Act 2, compulsory school for children aged 5 to 10 years old, and then 1891 education free for all students. So next one is that Victorian class. So what is a Victorian class method? What is a Victorian class? So here we see that two pictures of Victorian class and all students. So there are classes were very large and with 14, 15 pupils like students, and then boys and girls sat separately. Then children sat in row and the teacher sat at desk facing this class at the start of the Victorian age. Most teachers were men, but later many women trained as teacher. So first we see that all teachers are men, but after many women come to join this and she become a teacher. Teachers were very poorly paid. Older children often helped them, and most children wrote on slates. They wiped their slates clean by spitting on it or and rubbing with their coat sleeves or fingers. So older children learned to write in ink on paper. It was difficult to write without leaving blots on the paper. Third one is methods and subject. So Victorians valued facts more than imagination. We see in Charles Dickens' hard time, Mr. Gradgrind was a very calculating person. He no rooms for imagination, fantasy. So see that the Victorian valued facts more than imagination. Second one is that the education system was based on utilitarian theories. Third one is lessons were based on the 4R: reading, writing, religion, and arithmetic. Fourth one is children were often taught by copying and repeating what the teachers told them. Lessons included teaching in right and wrong, cleanliness, and the Christian religion. Our main topic is that quotes from a man of reality in hard time. So here we see that Mr. Thomas Gradgrind picture. So Mr. Gradgrind was a man of fact and calculation, unapproachable like machine, no rooms for fantasy, no rooms for emotions, feelings. So he was like a machine, and so he was not friendly, not encouraging, no room for imagination and fancy. Most interesting thing about Thomas Gradgrind, that with a rule and a pair of scales and a multiplication table away in his pocket, so ready to weigh and measure any parcel of human nature and tell you exactly what it comes to. If we see Thomas Gradgrind, so Gradgrind is not a proper surname, but grade means graduation and grind means meal. So here we see that Charles Dickens, a very famous feature, that characterization. So after this is a horse. If in text Thomas Gradgrind asks student that Can we have horses painted on our in the room? So student have agree or disagree. Half of they agree and other half looking great grand face, so they are disagree. Thomas great grand disapproved those students who say that who think that we can have horses on the hall. Thomas great grand say that horses are animal and they walk on land and not can not can be seen on the ground. We see that what's horse according to Mr. Gradgrind. So, quadruped Grammin version, 40 teeth, namely 24 grinders for eye teeth, 12 in sleeve, sets caught in the spring in marshy countries, sets hoops, two hoops hard but requiring to be shoot with iron, edge known by marks in mouth, and and his student Sissy. So, what's horse according to Sissy? So, affection, tenderness, the circus, warm feeling, enjoyment, softness, strength, and neither her father. So we see that Sissy's background is a circus and imagination, feelings, and Mr. Great Grand was calculating person. So there are two. They both are a very different person and very different imagination. Here I put two quotes from these hard times. The first one is that in such a terms, Mr. Great Grind always mentally introduced himself, whether to his private circle of acquaintance or to the public in general. In such terms, no doubt, substituting the words boys and girls for Sir Thomas Gradgrind now presented Thomas Gradgrind to the little pitcher before him, who were to be filled so full of facts. And second one, in the beginning of the text, Mr. Gradgrind say that now what I want is facts. Teach these boys and girls nothing but facts. Facts alone are wanted in life. Plant nothing else and root out everything else and root cut everything. Here I put some images of education system, satire of education system. So we see that three images. First one is like one all students sitting in the classroom, and one student show the window and nature. So second one is a caricature of Mr. Thomas Gradgrind, and third one is our education system. So here is my references, and thank you so much. Hello.
Yes, you can show the references, last slide, second last.
Okay, sir.
Now, correct your spelling here before you upload online. Hard times.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, second source, Dickens in Education by Collins. Okay, fine. Philip Collins. And Graham. Okay, yeah, fine. Your resources are good, except for Goodreads. Except for that, the other four resources are quality resources. Okay. And now, only thing you have to do is to see that surname of the writer comes first. Surname of the writer. I think in Dickens, Charles Dickens, it should be Leon Litwack is the writer. Then Litwack, comma Leon.
Oh, okay, sir.
Like Collins, comma P. Similar way. Yes, Collins films you have cited again also the same. It will go, and last one also. Last is also fine. House Madeline. Yeah, it also is fine. Okay. Okay, fine. Yes, questions. You can stop sharing your screen.
Riddhi,
Yes.
I would like to ask you, please can you elaborate more the theme of the hard times?
Yeah, sure. So, Hard Times is a classical 19th century novel about wealth, family, love, woman and femininity, philosophical view on creativity and imagination, then philosophical view on classical and economical economy. So this.
So, can you say that what are the craft or techniques of Dickens?
Can you repeat your question, please?
Can you say that what are the craft or techniques of Dickens?
Okay, Charles Dickens is a famous for his characterization and wit, and also his writing style is heavily detailed. So, are you getting my point, Niyati?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. The next presenter is Niyati.
Okay,